What's going on, people? It's your boy, King Martin, 610, aka the Martin Lawrence of Gaming, aka Mr. Birds fan, aka Sad Face 610. Because the Eagles lost on Sunday by 41 points, the biggest losing margin, I think, by a Super Bowl champion, past Super Bowl champion ever. And the game was pretty much done at halftime. So I'm gonna react on a couple different things in this video. I'm going to talk about the Eagles season as a whole, as well as the Eagles Saints debacle. So let's start with the Eagles and Saints. So coming into this game, what was my, I guess you could say, percentage chance I gave the Eagles? I gave the Eagles, from what I felt in the week, I gave the Eagles maybe a 18 to 20% chance to come out with a W, and I was sorely mistaken. I wanted them to win so bad, but I just didn't want it to get ugly. That was my worst fear. It gets ugly, and it got ugly. I would say by the third quarter, like it was. I'm trying to remember the sequence. The Eagles get the stop. The Eagles stop the Saints. The Saints punt. Eagles, I think, get stopped themselves. Punt, and then the Saints go ahead and score. And after that, it felt like the Saints had all the momentum and put a fork right in the Eagles' season. And I'm saying it right here. I have little faith that the Eagles can get it turned around. Because nothing has showed me that the Eagles can get it turned around. And look, I'm trying to find the positives in this season. But look, I'm a realist. I call it how I see it. I don't pull any punches, even if it's my own hometown team. I'm real quick to wave the pom poms, and I'm quick to put the pom poms away when they need to be put away. And right now, the pom poms, they need to be put away. So, the Eagles and Saints game, it was. I don't think the Eagles were going to win, but they shouldn't have. I don't even know. I want to say they shouldn't have been blown out like that on paper, but maybe they. I don't know. Either way, let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. So let's start with the offense in this game. Offense in this game, kind of what I predicted. Make the Eagles one-dimensional. Make Carson Wentz throw the football, upwards of 30-plus times. I had no faith that Doug Peterson was going to run the ball whatsoever. None. I saw a couple. I was like, I'm sure Josh Adams and those boys would get, maybe 15 carries the whole game. That's with all the running backs. 15 carries the whole game. And the rest pass. Because I knew the Eagles were probably going to be down early. And I was right about that. So I had no faith that they were going to run the ball and try to keep Drew Brees on the sideline. So the Eagles offense in this game, they've just been painful to watch. Not just this game, but all year long. They've been pretty much painful to watch. Except for the Giants game when they hung up 37 or upward of 30 some odd points on the Giants, over 30 points on the Giants. Hopefully I'm right about that. If not, one of you guys can correct me. That would be nice. But yeah, the Eagles they couldn't do much offensively. Nor do I think the Saints defense is as what it was last season. No, but do they got some nice pieces? Oh, of course they do. I like that one cornerback they drafted. I think his name is Lattimore. That Lattimore dude, he can play. That defensive tackle, that Rankins, he can play. They have a really good linebacker. Oh man, I forgot what his name is. The boy with the long hair. I can't remember. I know that's not very specific, but white dude with the long hair. I can't remember what his name is, but he can play a little bit. I like their safeties. That P.J. Williams, I think his name was, pretty much had Zach Ertz on. I know I wasn't gonna say he had him on lock, but P.J. Williams was making plays. He was flying around. Kind of had Zach Ertz a little tied up that game, and pretty much this Eagles offense right now, they're painful to watch. It's either Doug Peterson does not trust the running backs to balance it out, because right now this offense is pass or bust. If they're not passing, they're punting. It's pass or punt. That's literally what this offense has been this year. Pass or punt. Doug Peterson does not run the football. I don't know if he doesn't trust all the guys all the running backs, or trust the offensive line run blocking. But my 2 cents is the offensive line this year seems to be a better run blocking offensive line than pass blocking. For some weird reason, watching them pass block, it's not very good. Wentz is getting hit a ton, just a crap ton. He's getting hit about 4 or 5 times every week. It feels like they're not a very good pass blocking on line. But being an Eagles fan, I've been saying they need to get younger on the offensive line for 3 years now. So hopefully they they get a little younger. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Eagles season, a little bit of post 2019 towards the end of the video. But all credit to the Saints this game. Saints did what they were supposed to do. Hung up 48 piece on the Eagles. Shut them down defensively. Shut them down offensively. And all credit to him, Drew Brees. He's going to Canton, first ballot for sure. He's looking lights out, completing his passes. What else? There's something I wanted to talk about in that game. Oh yeah. Let's talk about the Eagles defense in that game. Eagles defense. Didn't expect much at all. I expected the Saints to hang an upward of 30 points. That secondary was so banged up to begin with. I did not. They did a good job on Michael Thomas. He had about 4 catches, but he had a tub. So I guess you can say he got his. But they did a good job. But they let other guys beat them, and they did. They let Traquan Smith. There was a couple other brothers who was out there playing. I don't know their names, but they pretty much all the wide receivers was making plays that game, not named Michael Thomas. So it's not like the Saints receiving core was bums. Are they like Michael Thomas? No. But I think the Eagles secondary right now is just that there's that young, raw, because right now they got a lot of young, raw practice squad and unfortunately backups out there on the field right now. And it'll only be worse as the season progresses, because right now I don't have an injury report in front of me, but I'm not sure who's hurt right now. Not who's hurt, but who's going to be missing extended amount of time versus who was just out that game. We'll learn that more as the week goes on. But Eagles defense, the secondary banged up. Let's go to linebackers. Linebackers Jordan Hicks got hurt again, so that's kind of a concern because this is his third year in a row, or at least I'm gonna say maybe third year in a row. Him getting hurt. I don't think he's played since I remember. I don't think he's played a full 16. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Hopefully, one of you guys can correct me, but we'll see if he can play next game. But linebackers haven't been making the plays. Haven't been really flying around. Haven't really been jumping off my screen in terms of making plays for this secondary, creating turnovers, creating fumbles, and defensive line. They've been very, very inconsistent. They've taken a step back. Right now, I know they're missing Derek Barnett and a couple of Timmy Jernigan's out. So they got some. Even though now Timmy Jernigan says he's eligible to play next week, we'll have to see what he can do. But he's more of a run stopper than a pass rusher. But yeah, that defensive line has been inconsistent, not generating as much sacks as they have. I noticed they're creating pressures, but not sacks. So I'll give them a slight on that. But let's see. Oh, so yeah, let's get right back to the let's go to coaching in this game. Coaching in this game, Doug Peterson was outcoached. Wasn't even close. It felt like every call Drew Brees seemed to be picking up a first or going for 7. And Doug Peterson couldn't react. I know they were down big, so it was give it to him. Saints clearly had a great game plan defensively. Held Eagles offense to even under their season average of like 22 or 24 points, something like that, to 7. So shout out to the Saints. They did a great job defensively. And overall, Saints, I had them taking care of business against my Birds, but didn't expect it to be like this. Oops, that's my dog playing with her squeaky toy in the background. I don't know if you guys heard that. So let's get into my overall feelings of the season. So this season is what I feared the most what happened. I've been hearing it over and over, like the Super Bowl hangover. This team's not used to winning, and this team's not used to doing this and doing that. They're gonna struggle. I had this team struggling. I had this team at the beginning of the year before the injuries, going about 11-5, winning a division. I had Cowboys in second, like 10-6. Giants 8-8. I had the Redskins about. I didn't think the Redskins were. I kind of had for Redskins. I think I had them. I had this division at 500. I had Redskins 8-8, Giants 8-8, Cowboys 10-6, Eagles 11-5. With the Eagles going to the playoffs, Cowboys in the wild card. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, let's talk about this season. Season so far, Not very good. Inconsistent, pretty much painful to watch at times. Do I think the Eagles can turn around against the Giants? Not really. There's no secondary. We thought Jalen Mills was getting beat against Odell. Imagine not Bigsby. What is that guy's name? 41 and Trey Sullivan out there. It's barbecue chicken. Pretty much is going to be the Odell show. Hopefully the Eagles can come up with a game plan to stop that, but I don't see how they can do it with these injuries. The injury bug has hit this team hard, and it's going to be tough to recover, especially in the secondary. They're just playing with backups, and not much that they can do. And Jim Schwartz's stubbornness has been a huge part of the season. A lot of people are going to crap on Jim Schwartz, as rightfully they should, because he's not perfect. He's not like he's coaching his team perfectly. He deserves some blame, but I don't think he's gonna go next season. I think they'll use Jim Schwartz for one more year, get those players back healthy. If not after that year, he's done. I would say roll one more year with Jim Schwartz. Mike Groff, it's time to go, buddy. My man's he's just not doing it offensively. I'm not sure what his role is in particular with this team of designing plays and calling plays, but right now the Eagles miss Frank Reich. Frank Reich, I know Doug Peterson quote unquote called the plays, but Frank probably had a say in his ear of what to do. So they need to look towards getting an offensive coordinator again, a proven one. I'm not sure what Mike Groff's track record is as a coach coordinator in the NFL. So maybe he can get a turnaround next season. But right now him and Jim Schwartz are on the hot seat. But this team overall, I just since they won the Super Bowl, I didn't like what I seen. Especially against Dallas, my man Jason Kelsey. I'm someone who's like, don't count the chickens before they hatch. Too much talking, too much chirping from this team. Not enough focus on the grind. Not enough come back stronger, better than ever. Just way too much talking, way too much lip running, and right now they're going through the Super Bowl hangover, and maybe that's what it is. Everybody's just feeling themselves, pumping out their chest a little bit. But this team right now, they're lost right now. They lost their way. It felt like on Sunday they quit. It felt like they quit. In all phases, coaching, players, everybody felt like they quit. I didn't see too much heart. The Saints, they made them tap. The Saints hit them with the ankle lock, and they made them tap. Tap like Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania. Made them tap. But, man, it's going to be a challenge this season. The Eagles was to make the playoffs. So what's my feeling that the Eagles can sneak into the playoffs? And, well, the only way they can really get into the playoffs is if they win this division. What's my chance of them winning this division? I say it's a 35% chance they win. The Eagles just haven't shown me anything that they can win this division. Right now, I'd probably say I give Dallas the edge because, look, I know this isn't a hot opinion, but right now I like the way they've been playing. I've been hating on them bad because obviously I'm an Eagles fan, but I give credit where credit is due. I like the way they're playing. I like Zeke. Say what you want about Dak Prescott. He's making the throws when they need it. He might not be dropping 4 tubs with 300 yards. He might not be doing it flashy, but he's winning them ball. He's helping them win ball games. So he's doing his part. Zeke's doing his part. That defense is special. Every time I watch it, it seems like they're making plays when they need to make plays. I like that. I like DeMarcus Lawrence. I like that pass rush. It's scary. That pass rush is scary good. So I give the Cowboys a definite edge over everybody else in the division. I give the Cowboys I would say I give the Cowboys a 65 to almost 70% chance of winning the football game. I feel like they have the most momentum, the most confidence, and they can snatch this. Look, the Redskins are done. I like Colt McCoy. I know he beat Dallas like 4 years ago on Monday night, but I have no faith that he can outduel this Cowboys team. Look, do I expect the Cowboys to hang 30 on them? No, I probably expect the Cowboys to hang about 24. A touchdown from Dak, running or passing, just a touchdown. A touchdown and monster yards from Zeke. So I don't expect much. I expect them to rattle Colt McCoy this coming Thanksgiving, and they handle business and tie up the NFC East. But overall, this Eagles season just inconsistent. It's starting to not feel like our year. Injuries are hitting us, inconsistency. But now, I didn't want to do this, but I gotta unleash for a second. My main man, Carson Wentz. I'm not saying let me get this right. I'm not saying they need to put in Nick Foles. Good God, I am not saying that. But right now, he needs to look in the mirror and evaluate how he's been playing this year. The stats say he's been playing good, but the last 2 games, not really. I look at him a little inaccurate at times, but he needs to look in the mirror. This team needs to look in the mirror of how they're playing defensively. Just get healthy. Just get healthy at some point. Just try and stay healthy. And hopefully on Sunday when they play the Giants, I think it's on Sunday, they can get a win against the Giants. It's going to be tough without your secondary at this point, but hopefully they can get it done. But the Eagles season this year has been a big old disappointment. Right now we're at 4-6, pretty much hoping and praying that we can sneak into the playoffs. Don't give us much of a shot to at this point. Just the injuries and the inconsistency. Nothing has shown me that the Eagles can make noise in the playoffs, let alone win a Super Bowl. And I'm just calling it how I see it. People aren't gonna like that, but this team, they just need to make things happen, and they're not doing it. But I just want to hit on this one last thing. The front office this year, I feel like they've done a good job. But the Golden Tate trade, I was not jumping for joy about it because I had felt that they didn't need Golden Tate. They needed to get a running back or a cornerback, and they didn't get that. So the front office, yet again, needs to also look in the mirror and say, hey, maybe this Golden Tate thing didn't work, but we'll see. There's still a season left to play, but I'm down. I don't know, man. Maybe they sneak in. Maybe they handle business against the Giants and the Redskins and Cowboys, but who knows? But yeah, it's a sad week for Eagles Nation. And I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a good night.